Hello, welcome to Train Sim World 5. And as you can see, I'm already set up to do the last two bits of the Thomas add-on. That's Diesel's last freight demonstration run down to Minehead, and then putting everything away. I'm doing it in Lightning Storm. Seeing as when I did the live stream last week, I decided to have heavy rain and then lightning storm. So we'll have it lightning storm. Hopefully in the next few weeks I will upgrade to Train Sim World 6, which will give me 3 routes and some new trains. When I do that, I will do a live stream, but I'm just waiting at the moment until I can afford it. Anyway, Diesel, Bishop's Lydiard to Minehead. Help Diesel do his last freight demonstration run down to Minehead. Okay. In this mode, when I'm doing Thomas characters, I go external, turn headlight on, because it's raining. We've got signal, so we'll go. It's 10 miles an hour in Bishop's Lydiard. It's uphill to Crocombe Heathfield, which I found out when trying to record the previous Diesel video, but wasn't able to, because I ended up sliding from half a mile away all the way through Bishop's Lydiard. Let's just get the screenshot. That's the thumbnail image. This should take around an hour to an hour and a half total time with both videos. And, well, it's pretty much just taking freight train from Bishop's Lydiard, where we've just started, to Minehead. We have to stop at the halfway point, where we should pass Thomas again, and then after that it's non-stop to Minehead. Trying not to be speeding too much, even though you don't lose any action points for speeding with the Thomas characters, so I just keep my finger on the throttle button. There's the cows in the field, enjoying the torrential rain. It's a pity you can't actually go into the guard's van. And ride as a guard. You'll probably do it if you were on foot, but I don't know. I've not tried it, so I know there's the possibility of sitting inside Annie and Clarabelle and being a passenger. Just not sure about riding in the guards van on the freight. Yeah, I know I'm going over the posted speed limit, but I'm still getting action points for... because you don't get a problem with speed limit. We'll probably get to Willerton before Thomas. It's 20 miles an hour in Willerton, so we're going on the main running line through Crocombe Heathfield. So I don't have to worry about speed there. Over the road, as the blue car goes under. Always seem to cross that road as a car goes under. Even when I'm doing non-Thomas services. Which is a bit weird. Right. We've got over 7 miles before we get to Willerton. Won't have to worry about signals until we get there. Oh, it's 20 miles an hour through Crocombe Heathfield. I'll slow down for it. It's just 7.3 miles to Willerton. I'll try and be close to speed limit. Trying not to yawn because I'm a little tired. But can't help yawning if I am unable to stop it. Must admit, it is nice having the rain effects. Let's go back in the cab, because I'm going to drive like that. Actually, I need to be on the other side, because the whistle signs are on this side, aren't they? So the speed limits. 1 mile to Crocombe Heathfield, where I want to be going at the speed limit. That's the first of the 3 passing places. Crocombe Heathfield, Willerton and Blue Anchor. Between Crocombe Heathfield and Willerton we got Stigumber. Between Willerton and Blue Anchor we've got Conisford Holt, Watchet and Washford. And then between Blue Anchor and Minehead we've got Dunster. So if you've watched the entire series, you'll know that 20 mile an hour limit is just appearing on the signal or track monitor up on the top right. After which, once I've gone through the station at around 20 miles an hour, I can get back up to speed. Okay, start slowing down for 20. As I said, we're going uphill, so diesel will slow down quite rapidly to get down to 20. And then it's just bipping or blipping the throttle to get up to, or to maintain the 20. There's the fixed distance. Means we're about half a mile from Broken Heathfield. You can see the ground signal is red, which is for shunting. The main signal is green. And I can see that. I'm surprised I don't have to get the token here. Bearing in mind it's single line apart from the 3 passing points. Green signal at the end of the platform. Not many people on the platform because of the rain. They are just arriving. Will admit, having the speeding up, having the people loading as you're approaching does save on memory. Now going downhill, so I don't need the throttle for a few minutes. If I use the throttle too much, we'll be going well over 30 miles an hour, which I don't want to do. Approaching the first of the crossings, so I will definitely be sounding the whistle for those, or Diesel's oily horn. That whistle sign was hidden until I got to it. This is an unmanned, ungated crossing, non-automated. I'm going too fast. I'm not going that fast. There's the whistle board. Just try and get down a bit in speed. There we go. Still speeding up as we're going downhill. White lights flashing. Over the crossing. With the alarm going. Okay, I can just coast for a bit rather than trying to press the brake until we're coming up to the next crossing. We'll try and keep an eye out for the whistle boards. Which are either W or SW. Over another bridge and the car's just gone under, and another one's come out. Just saw it. I don't know whether Transit Mode 6 will improve the detail on this. Hopefully it will, without affecting graphics as much. Okay, we're at 23 miles an hour. White light is flashing, so crossing's activated. We've got 4.3 miles to Willerton. over the other crossing, which is another automatic open remote monitor. AOC. Automatic open crossing remotely monitored. And they're going at a pretty constant 23 miles an hour. I don't feel like holding the throttle at the moment. If we start slowing down, then I will. But as we're just going at a nice steady rate, I don't want to. Next station that we go past is Stagumber. It's about a mile away. And has appeared on the track diagram up ahead. Once we're through that, this is quite an easy run because you're just taking 10 goods wagons, or 9 goods wagons and a brake van. You're not struggling because it's quite a light weight for a Class 09, which is what Diesel's based on. I do like watching the rod go round and round and round. Sorry, did not mean to yawn. It's been a long week. I will apologise for the lack of video on Wednesday. I had a bad cold, and trying to talk with a cold is really difficult. So I opted not to do one. Fortunately, yesterday we had Rail Tour come through, which was being hauled at this part of it by Class 90. So I got up nice and early. Managed to get the Caledonian Sleeper, which came through 10 minutes before the Rail Tour. As the Rail Tour went past, a freight also went past, in the other direction. If you've watched that and noticed the fact that there were only 2 cameras in use, one of my action cameras switched off rather than recording, so it didn't record the fixed camera along platforms, which would have been good. Unfortunately, it didn't work. I don't know why it switched off. Hopefully, with the next Rail Tour, which is supposed to be the 25th, both action cameras and my video camera will work. I'm not accelerating. This is pure gravity that's speeding me up. When we get to about a mile, I'll start slowing down again. As I said, I don't lose action points for speeding with the Thomas characters. Would do with real world locos, like the Class 47, the Class 09 that comes with the route, or Flying Scotsman, Jubilee, 4F, 8F, that layer into this. Okay, now I'm going to start slowing again. I don't want to be going at over 40 miles an hour. Fortunately, Willerton Station is level, which you don't... I won't be accelerating through it. Oh, there was a bit of thunder. The weather physics on this are good. It's better on some routes than others, like Blackpool Branches. The clouds do look really good on that. Problem is, my laptop does struggle on that route. It stutters. It's not overly stuttering like Mittenveld Barn, West Coast Main Line South going into London and some of the others, but it does stutter because it's a more up-to-date route. It's a route that's come out in the last 12 months. One thing that I'll enjoy with Train Sim World 6 is random breakdowns that they've managed to implement. So you can get a train failure, doors not closing, engines shutting off, all that lot. So it's more realistic to what happens in real life, basically. And as I said on a stream on Saturday, I will do a live stream of my first play of that game, or the update. All of the routes that I've currently got will carry over, but I'll also get the 3 new routes: the American route, the German route, and Plymouth to Penzance. I'm going to get the version that also includes the extra locos, which is £65, so it's not cheap, but it should give a few months worth of gameplay, and then when it's available I'll get Birmingham to Crewe, which is due sometime in the next 3 months. I missed a whistle sign. Okay, we're at the fixed distance for Willerton. Signal after Willerton is red. We've got to stop there anyway because it's in the service. Trying to slow down gradually so that I don't crawl too much. We are still going slightly downhill. Knowing that I've got to stop here is why I'm not going to be accelerating. There's the advanced home. Green. Sound the horn so that people in the station know we're approaching. And it's loading things in, so Thomas has loaded in. Wonder if Thomas will actually already be there or not. Let's swap to that side and we can see, because we'll be going on the down platform, which is the left hand platform. next signal is showing green on screen, but signal display says it's yellow. Okay, we're now going uphill slightly, so a little bit of acceleration needed just to keep speeding up too much, because the 15 is at the signal. Is Thomas in the platform? Doesn't look like it. We've beaten Thomas and we're speeding up. So we'll have to wait for Thomas. Which will probably end up with me cutting some video depending on where Thomas is. Go back to this side, I can see better. Get up to the signal, which is where the signalman would have got to, or would go to be able to hand over the signal once Thomas hand over the token once Thomas has arrived. Because this is a freight, it doesn't matter that we're sitting in the platform. Oh look, there's Thomas. Don't have to wait. So we'll just wait here for Thomas to come in. Actually heard the thunder that time. That was cool. I have to say, that was perfect timing. The loops on this line are long enough that you can have two trains arriving at exactly the same time. Because you don't get that on narrow gauge lines. There isn't the overlap. Thomas, you're supposed to have your headlight on. Especially in miserable weather like this. I've still got a red signal, I can't go anywhere. Just watch Thomas arrive. Signal will probably change after he's stopped. Keeping an eye on signal display as well as Thomas. There we go, signal has. The first signal's changed, the next signal's changed. Off we go. Forward would be a good idea, not backward. Get up to 15. Currently, there we go, it's cleared. I was going to say, currently the advance starter is red, but it's cleared, so forward we go. Past Willerton Diesel Shed. It's where the diesels stay overnight, halfway along the line, so they can go either to Bishop's Lydiard or Minehead to start the service. The steam shed is at Minehead. Okay, 15 miles an hour until we're out of the station limit, which is now. Now we can get up to 25 briefly before we get to Bonisford Halt and that really tight curve. Then we have to slow down for Bonisford Halt to 15. Before we can then do another quick 25, and then slow down to 10 miles an hour. And watch it, because it's another open level crossing. Open being a crossing without gates. It's the crossing that you can actually get off the train and walk into the harbour. I don't know why, because other routes you can't go that far away as a pedestrian. Okay, I'm going to start slowing down for Conisford Halt. Because the curve gets tighter and it's not got super elevation, or not as much as you'd need for a quicker run through it. People are actually out watching Diesel with his last demonstration goods of the visit. There's the bit that shows which way trains are going. Okay, we're going slightly over 15, but thunder's off that way. As I'm recording this on the day of release, it is actually raining and we're due the first named storm of 2025's winter. Amy. A-M-Y, not the other spelling. There's two other spellings. A-M-I-E-E, A-M-I-E. A-I-M-E-E. Three other spellings. Go back up to this, up to 25, 26, and then we do have to slow down to 10 miles an hour. I'm staying on the side that the curves are so I can see as much of the track. When you're on the outer side of the curve, you cannot see what's coming up. And I'm trying to slow down realistically. Watch it, and it's open level crossing, which goes up to some houses. I think that's actually a footpath rather than a road, but it's 10 miles an hour through here. Goes up to 20. Why are people putting their umbrellas down when it's raining? It's not the best thing to do. Oh well. Through watch it. Swap sides again. We've now got a right hand bend. Next station along the line is Washford, which is where the St Dorset Trust were. are no longer based at. This route came out shortly before they were told to leave. I go 20 miles an hour, going uphill, so I'll have to keep doing the throttle every now and then. I know Thomas and Diesel aren't realistic, but I'm still trying to do things as realistically as I can. Which does involve trying to stick to the speed limits. Yes, I've exceeded it a bit earlier, and I'll probably end up exceeding it again. But that's what happens. It is exceedingly difficult to not speed when you can't actually see the gradients on Thomas and Diesel. I know we're going downhill slightly because I know this bit of the line. Probably going to have to swap sides again. In fact, I am going to have to swap sides again because the road takes a turn to the left. Minehead is 5.7 miles straight that way. It's actually longer than 5.7 miles as the track goes. Coming up to 20 because there's a level crossing, or an occupation crossing in this instance. Something just loaded in. Spare rails, or old rails. There's the crossing, which in the other direction is a 10 mph speed limit. I don't know why it's 20 in one direction and 10 in the other. It's really weird. Once we are through these, there we go. Start speeding up again. Next station is Washford, as I've already said, which doesn't have a speed limit. After that, Blue Anchor has a 15 mph speed limit. I think it is. Yeah, 15. Then Dunster, which has 10, and then 5. And then Minehead, which is 10 miles an hour. Next curve is to the right. There's the 10 mph section. It's only 10 in the one direction. I can't understand why. The other direction, it's full speed. Good job I was on that side, I would have seen the whistle sign. Right. I know the line generally curves more to the There's Washford. Some of the trees look like they're on fire. I know they're not, it's just the light, and because it's autumn, the leaves are turning. This is Washford Village, and there's Washford Station. Just coming into view. No speed restriction apart from normal line speed. So I can just go through at 25 miles an hour. If this was a passenger service, we'd be stopping, but it's not. So we can do normal line speed. I don't know why there's a... Oh, it's a shunt signal. It's a bit high, because you can't see it from inside the old goods shed. Next corner is to the right, so I'm on the correct side for it. And then we've got a nearly 2 mile long straight bit before a left hand turn into Blue Anchor with its 10 mile an hour speed limit. And we're speeding up because we're going downhill. I'm not too worried about speed at the moment, because I know it goes uphill before we get to Blue Anchor. Yeah, I'm going a lot faster than a Class 09 is ever designed for, but diesel's a fantasy engine, so we'll see what gravity can do. And now on the long straight. 1.4 miles to Blue Anchor, 4.7 to Minehead. But that's direct line. We've got a slight kink in track. Or a slight deviation from the straight line. Okay, we're going a lot faster than I thought we would be. We're on an express goods. But I'm not too worried, because I know I can bring the speed down carefully without locking the motion. It's starting to get dark, which, given it's autumn and October now, doesn't feel like it, but yeah. Given that it is October, at 5:30 time, it would be getting dark, wouldn't it? There we go, slowing down. "10 miles an hour through." Watch it, because we're on the down line. I saw that lightning strike. That was good. It actually looked realistic. Soon be facing the correct way. Sound the horn to warn people that there's a train coming. As we go past the caravan park. There's the signal that has the 10 mile an hour limit. It's green. The one after it is yellow, but that's because the signal at Minehead will be red until we're in section. But as they're semaphore signals, you only get red and green in real life. Another lightning strike around, and you heard the thunder. There's the 10-mile-an-hour board, and we are actually doing 10. Hopefully should maintain that through the station. It's a good job this is not in the middle of the night, because you're not supposed to sound the whistles unless it's an emergency after 11 PM. Same goes for when you're driving. You're not supposed to sound your horn after 11 PM and before, I think it's 6 or 7 AM. I think it's 7. Which is actually in the highway code, but how many people who drive have read the updated highway code? It's updated quite frequently as new rules and things come in. Horn for the crossing, which is actually gated, so it's a closed level crossing. How many cars are waiting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, lots. And on this side, a few. Okay, the next turn is to the right again, because as you can see, Minehead is not directly straight ahead. When we get to Dunster, it's perfectly straight for the last mile and a bit. We were speeding up then and we're slowing down again. Or just staying steady. Bristol Channel looks a bit murky. Okay, speed up. When I'm doing the shunting one, which is the last of the timetable services for diesel, the last of the entire DLC, I'm going to obey the speed limits. That'll take about 15 minutes once it's loaded up. We've got 1.2 miles before the 10-mile-an-hour speed limit at the start of Dunster, and then it drops to 5 for the open level crossing. Going uphill slightly, so diesel is slowing down. Right. I will have to slow down again. That lightning was out over the Bristol Channel. When I'm doing the shunting, I'll also be in external camera for the entire time. Sound the horn for Dunster. We are now on the bit that is perfectly straight for 2.4 miles. Dunster is half a mile away, just over. And for that, I'll go back on this side. before we get to the station. We're not stopping, we're just going straight through, but we've got to obey the speed limits because it's level crossings. And I don't really want to be speeding over level crossings, even though I don't get penalised for it. I want to try and do it as realistically as I can. Drainage channel, which, wow, that looked like lava. If there wasn't a cloud, it'd be a gorgeous sunset. But I wanted to continue the same weather from the end of the live stream. I'm going to have it dry up while we're in the while Diesel's sitting in the station, so it'll be a nice evening sunset while we're shunting. Make it a little bit more realistic. Going at this speed's actually quite gentle. Speeding up slightly, but I'm going to be slowing down a bit. Bring it down to 10. There we go. About 9. There's the 10-mile-an-hour board. It's another automatic open crossing, and that'll be locally monitored. So it's an AOCL. Past the bungalow with the caravan in the garden. I'm not going to go up to 15 through the station. I'm going to actually keep at 10 so that I can get down to 5. I've never actually done one of these where it's evening in autumn, so that's why the rain's going to dry up for shunting, so that we get the gorgeous red sunset. I mean, I'm early for when I should have finished. This was supposed to take nearly an hour. It's taken 35 minutes, well, 45 minutes since we set off. There we go. I've passed the whistle sign. Over the open but ungated, non-automated crossing. And then we've got a blast at 25 before 10 miles an hour into Minehead. We can't do a spad at Minehead, signal past a danger, because it's a terminus. So both platforms end in buffers. I don't know where I'll be storing the goods wagons. when we do the shunt. Just that I'm going to be doing it in external camera. More thunder, or more lightning and thunder. This is a very long thunderstorm. Must be a supercell. I want to do the shunting in evening sunlight because I want to see what it looks like in the evening. That was a thunderclap. There's no whistle signs until we get to the crossing, the level crossing outside Minehead. And the platform will be on the side I'm currently on. The lava's there again. Yeah, that's the colour that the sky is behind the clouds. It should really be reflecting the clouds, not the sunset. Start slowing. Should soon see the white flashing light. Which I'm keeping an eye out for, as well as watching my speed. Can I see it? Maybe. There we go. You just see it now. If you're watching on a mobile device, you won't see it. I'll have to swap sides. Yep, I can see it now. I've got a green signal. Well, we've got the feathers and the yellow. The whistle sign is on this side as well, so I need to be this side anyway. Oh, it doesn't have a whistle. I'll still do it. There we go, 10 miles an hour. Minehead looks quite nice in the rain. Especially in the evening. Yeah, we're going into the down platform, which is the... what would, had the railway gone further than Minehead, be a bay platform. Look how dark it is. The clouds make it even darker than it would be. But I don't know where. Oh, I think we'll be shunting them onto the line over on the right, outside the loco sheds. And then Diesel will just be put somewhere. Probably by a different non-player character. We'll find out, because as I said in last week's live stream, I'm doing the whole lot today because there's no point in just doing a short video for the shunting. Once I've done this, I can go into back into the timetable and basically continue on without problem. Okay, I could stay without going back to timetable mode. But... oh, that's black. What I want to do is change the weather so we get the gorgeous sunset. Now my laptop's decided to play up. There we go. Platinum medal. Willerton 2.76 yards out. Minehead 2.6 yards out. Not bad. Right. Return to timetable. Yeah, there's some bits on Train Ward 6 that I really want. That, like, train at the back is Dutch, and that's a route that it's on Train World 5, but getting it on Train World 6 will look stunning. The GWR liveried green and thing is an IET class either 800 or 802, and then you've got another ICE unit, which is the German version of the IET. That's on the German route that comes with Train World 6. The 802 comes with Plymouth Penzance. The Dutch unit comes with a route that is separate, unless I'm willing to pay £110, which is quite a lot of money. But that also gives you another 3 or 4 routes on top of the 3 routes included with Train World 6 base, apart from the free upgrade. Free upgrade just includes upgrade, and then you pay extra for the routes, so it's better just to get the bundles. I want to get the middle bundle because that also includes the class 220 Voyager, which up until fairly recently came through Atherstone on Avanti West Coast services to Holyhead. Now we get the class 805 and 807. It's taking its time going into timetable, which is a bit annoying. There we go. Right. Dynamic weather, not dynamic weather. Custom weather, clear. Diesel Minehead stabling should take about 14 minutes. Take a bit longer because of loading, but other than that. Frankfurt Fulda I have. It's one of the default routes with Train World 5. As I said, I will get Train World 6. I've just got to have the money first. It's probably going to be the end of the month, after I've paid a visit to Aberystwyth to see making tracks 1, 2 and 3 joined up, because I missed it last year when it was at the NEC for Model World Live. I was unable to go last year. Did go this year. That was a fantastic event, so I'm seriously considering going next year. Next Saturday I am going to the Great Electric Train Show at Milton Keynes, doing a video. Right, Diesel Minehead stabling. It's the end of the day. Help Diesel shunt the troublesome trucks into the sidings for the night. Okay. Right, I've got to jump out. I prefer manually uncoupling. Get back in. Headlight on because it's dark. And creep forward. As I said, I'm doing it in this view. Oh, that looks nice. Sunset. Creep forward to the head shunt. I'll have to get out again and change the points because I've got them on manual. I'm not sure if we have to turn or not. As you can tell, I've not done this. We need to stop in the... Thank you, ladder. Or water column. Just creep to this checkpoint. And stop. Now I have to go back into that view. Pity the door doesn't stay open. Jump down. Point. Jump up. Hop back in. Back to that view. Pity the game doesn't remember from one timetable service to the next what state you left the loco. Should do, but it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't look like we have to turn around. No, we don't. Okay, Diesel does uncouple and go in front of the shed. Pit road is in front of the shed. It's cool. So we've got to go across the level crossing, wait for the signal, and... Hello, cyclist. Yeah, go across the level crossing, wait for the signal, go back, couple up, then go back across the crossing, shunt into siding, before then running back, uncoupling and running to the shed, at which point I can turn Diesel's headlight off when we're nearly stopped. I don't know what the stone siding is. I was thinking it would be that siding that's to the right of those wagons, but obviously not, because we've got to... We'll see. There we go. Wait for the signal. Oh, the gates are done quickly. Signal one wants the shunting done fast. Wrong way. There we go. We've got the feathers. Over the crossing again. Will have to slow down before I get to the wagons, otherwise I'll derail. And I don't want to do that. And I will also have to go side on view so I can see how close I'm getting. Is that the stone siding there? Soon find out. Start slowing down. Just creep along at 3 miles an hour. Gently kiss the buffers. Like so. How about that? Would help if I jumped out. There's the coupling. Oi. Climb in. Back to that. Headlight off, so I'm not blinding the guard. We've got the signal. Hey! Why'd you... You uncouple... I was coupled... I thought I'd turned automatic coupling off. Okay. I don't normally have automatic coupling on. Okay, that's not somewhere I can... Is that long enough for it? Maybe. Trying to work out where the stone siding is, because I have no idea. Back across the level crossing, 1 car arriving, 2 car arriving, 3 car arriving. They'll be allowed to go past before I'm given the green light. 5 cars. Whole train's got to get past the signal. There we go. Stopped. Like that. Wait for the signal. Crossing gates down. We have a flashing white light. This is not going to be fast. If I go too fast, I won't be able to stop where I'm supposed to. Have I got to run round again? Yeah. Why did... Okay. Why couldn't I just push the wagons out here? Go in... Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. This is silly. I could have just pushed the wagons. And then... This is just really weird. Yes, doing uncoupling is fun. Because I get out of the cab. And do a little bit of walking. But what's the point being tracked? Yes. I'm going across, that's okay. I can't understand why I couldn't just push the wagons out across the crossing and then I don't know. Right. I'm probably going to stop a bit short on this. Deliberately. Like... Actually, I don't need to. Uncouple. Like so. Climb back up. Back out to the level crossing. Oh, not to the level crossing. That's good. I don't have to go to the level crossing this time. We've got shunt signal. Signal changed as just after we'd gone past, which is realistic. And then stop. Wait for the shunt signal. Remember which button to press again. How many times in this video is that now? Make it so I can see. Need to be able to see before we get near the buffer stop. It's getting dark pretty quickly. 6:10 in-game evening. And probably by the time this video reaches this point, it'll be 6:10 in real life. So it'd probably be sunset. I now have to go and couple back up. Propel the wagons into that siding. Let's just look, is that a manual point? No, that's an automatic point, so that's done by the signalman. Oh no, it's manual. I'll have to hop out again. That's the head shunt. Jump out again. Change the point. Climb back in. Getting really dark. Can I turn it? No, can't turn internal lights on. Got the right button this time. As we go and gently couple up to brake the goods wagons again. We're in the run round loop at the moment. Okay. Back of the wagons are by the water tower. Just gently reach the wagons. There we go. Good board. And now we propel into the siding. First of all, check if the points are set. If I can remember, that's it. Zooming in is that button. That's set. It gets dark really fast. Let's go to this end so I can see where the buffers are. And to make sure we don't start going the wrong way. There you go, going the right way. Just have to remember to go back to diesel before I uncouple. otherwise diesel goes haywire. I can still remember that from a few weeks ago. Into a nice gentle stop. Go all the way to diesel. Hop out. Uncoupled. There's the cab. Really can't see in here. Minehead Pit Road. Is the point set? No. It is now. Sorry if it's a bit too dark. Wasn't expecting it to get this dark this fast. Couldn't see the track curving then, so I thought we were going into the building. Fortunately, we're not. This would have been completed so much quicker had we been able to just push the set over the crossing and then into here straight away. It's probably like that for a reason, in that we don't want the train being propelled over a level crossing, but the non-Thomas timetable services propel over the crossing, so I don't know. There we go. Another platinum medal. And apart from one bit, which was the second time over the level crossing, everything was spot on in terms of stopping. So that is the end of Thomas the Tank Engine add-on. Hope you've enjoyed it. Been doing it since May, so that's quite a while for one series. Next week I'll be starting a new series. I don't know what yet, but we'll see what I do. Hopefully you'll come and join me for them, but until then, be seeing you.